Hey, MOVATI OnDemand. My name is Tracy Kelly, and I'm bringing you an upper body yin today. All you're going to need is your mat and a couple of blocks. You might even want to have a pillow if you find that would be easier. We are going to be doing fish pose, and I'll try to show you a couple of variations for that. But let's get into it. So most of these poses are going to be held for 3 minutes, anywhere upwards to 5, and one of them may be for 2 minutes side to side or 4 for both. So let's come into our first pose, which is a child's pose. So in this position, feel free to have the feet out to the side a little bit and the arms extended. Now, if you need to put a block underneath your head, please feel free to do so. I want this child's pose to be a little more active than what you would normally have. So when I say an active child's pose, I want the arms extended, nice and straight, and maybe even have the elbows off of the floor. So I'm reaching forward in this position. Think of a nice deep full inhale and a slow exhale. Now, if at any time you feel like you could get just a little bit more space, I want you to just slowly inch those fingers forward. And by all means, if you want the elbows to stay down like I am, go for it. Now the knees are wide to allow ourselves to breathe nice and deep into our belly. We are softening into our face and relaxing our jaw. Think of the shoulders down and away from the ears, so you're finding length in the neck. Chin is slightly tucked. And again, the forehead is resting either on a block or down onto the mat. Teeth are soft. As you continue to hold this, see if you can make your inhales deeper and fuller. And slow down the exhale. Now when it comes to upper body, some of these poses can feel quite difficult. So if at any time you need to come out from a pose and give yourself a moment, please do so. Maybe you might need to move the neck around a little bit. And then when you feel ready, just settle back down into the pose. We really only have about 30 seconds left in this. So find that breathing. Maybe add, after the inhale, a pause where you hold the breath of the inhale. And then slow again, exhale. So you've got about 3 breaths left. Good, last 2. And that final one, just give yourself a nice big breath in. Slowly climb onto the hands and the knees. Get the hands right underneath the shoulders and just give yourself a few cat cows. Think of the belly pulling in. Inhale, the belly drops. Shoulders move away from the ears. Exhale, drop the head, curve the spine. Good. Give me 2 more of those, guys. Nice. Okay. Next one is a chest opener. Now for this one, we're going to need to come down onto our belly. We're going to do our left arm first so that you can see what's going on with both hands. So actually, we'll do our right. So let's bring the right hand out in a cactus arm position. And you're going to have the left hand underneath the shoulder. Now roll a little bit onto the right side, set the head down, and here's where you might want to have a pillow if you think it would be a little more comfortable. Nothing too high. And then draw that left knee up towards that left hand, okay? You're going to slowly allow yourself to apply pressure. Now this is a good starting position, okay? For those that want to go deeper into this position, you're actually going to lift up that leg, that's your left leg, and see if the foot will reach back behind you. So wherever you are in this pose is perfect, okay? As long as you're feeling a stretch into your chest on the right side, you're doing it great. Really stay with your breath here. Think of those deep full inhales and slow down the exhale. Don't worry if the foot doesn't go down, it's not a big deal. So the breathing here is what's going to be the most important. Deep inhale. Envision space that you're creating in the right side of the front of the chest. And as you exhale, see if you can soften into that space. Jaw is relaxed. The chin is also slightly tucked in, so you're comfortable. Good, you're halfway there, guys. See if you can close the eyes. Make sure that that right shoulder is down and away from the right ear. Neck is very long and soft. Face is relaxed. You're not clenching your jaw. I know this is a tough one. We're doing the upper body because it's so important. We spend so much time seated now, texting, watching TV, driving, that we need to open up into our chest and into our back. Okay, this will help, especially if you find that you're very tight along the chest, if your shoulders are rolled forward, you've got neck pain, shoulder pain, upper back pain. Guys, 30 seconds left. Just breathe. So this is one of those poses where you can feel a little panicky, and I totally understand it. I totally get it. Stay focused on your breath, guys. 2 more breaths. So if you had that top leg behind you, just slowly bring it in front. Let yourself come down onto your belly, and we're going to switch sides. So now let's bring that left arm out to the side. Right hand is under like a push-up position. That first position, remember that you can have it where you've got that right knee out to the side and you're just applying some pressure. So for a lot of us, this is more than enough, okay? If you feel that we can go deeper, then by all means, you're just going to lift up that leg and bring it behind, okay? For this side, I'm just gonna stay in that first variation, okay? Just to show that I can still get a really great stretch. Stay with my breathing. Face is soft. Jaw is relaxed. Again, if you're able to, just close the eyes. Think of length around the neck. On those inhales, breathe into space. Exhale, soften, relax, and release. Feel that you can go a little bit deeper, feel free to do so. If you're comfortable where you are, just stay where you are. Don't force anything. It will open up with time and practice. So this is one of those yin classes that you can come back to again and again. Really great after upper body workout, maybe all day you've been sitting at your desk. Guys, you're into your final minute. Can you breathe a little bit deeper? Can you slow down your exhale? Soften the muscles in your face. Good, about 2 more breaths. Try to calm down your breathing, try to slow it down. Last one, guys. Good, and then just slowly come out of that. Whew. Now just give yourself a moment on your belly. Just stack the hands one on top of one another. Rest the forehead. Just wiggle the bum a little bit from side to side. Take in 3 breaths. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Again, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And last one, big breath in. And let it go. Good, just slowly find your way onto your back. Now the next pose we're going to do is going to be back to back. So we're going to do a single bent knee, my apologies, spinal twist, and then we're going to go into what's called a bottom cow face, okay? And then we will do the other side. So let's come onto our back. I want to make sure I get this right so that you'll be able to see me in this position when I do the bottom cow face. So let's pull the knees in towards the chest. Have the knees together, arms out to the side. We're going to drop the knees over to our left side. So big breath in. And then as we exhale, dropping the knees over to that side. Make sure I don't get the mic. My apologies, guys. Now, you have the option in this pose to look towards that left hand or to allow the gaze to be up towards the ceiling. If you want a little different variation, instead of having that right palm, left palm up, I would suggest turning the left palm down. So you're actually simulating going for a walk. But in the end, it's completely up to you. We're in the pose, but I'm going to do just a few adjustments while you're in it. So feel free to take a look at that top right knee and make sure that it's stacked. That way you're going to get the most out of this twist. And if that means the arm doesn't come up, comes up or doesn't stay down, that's fine. If you find there's a lot of pinching into that right shoulder, then just bend the arm, okay? Over time, this will get easier. Now come into your breath. Think of those deep, full inhales and those slow, relaxing exhales. Now you might notice in this, when you take an inhale, the shoulder might lift up and off of the ground, and that's perfectly fine. And then as you exhale, it starts to sink back down. Again, think about what is being stretched, what is needing to soften, what needs to relax. We're halfway there, guys. Feel free to close the eyes and just breathe. Good job, guys. You're into your final minute. Good. You got about 3 more breaths. Stay with those inhales. Remember to relax on your exhale. Now you might notice that I did actually do the double bent knee, and that is by design. We're about to move into bottom cow face. So you are lying or twisting towards your left side. I want you to completely roll onto your left side, okay? So if you need to turn towards me, that's totally fine to take a look and then join me. So I'm lying on my left side. I'm going to take my right hand up to the sky. I'm going to turn the palm away from me, and then I'm going to bring it behind my back. Now I might be down here on my lumbar spine, and I might get all the way up in between the shoulder blades. It's all good. So I want you to lie down, join me in this position, and then you'll slowly come onto your back, okay? Feel free to take your hand onto your belly, and then decide what you want to do with your legs. I personally like to have my knees bent and my feet out to the side edges, and I'm pulling my belly in a little bit, so I'm not overarching my back. If you want to extend your legs and that feels better for you, go for it. In the end, it's all about what feels the most comfortable for you. Now, close your eyes. Soften your face. Relax your jaw. Can you feel the right hand pressing down into the mat? Can you feel the right palm pressing down into the mat? Can you feel the right wrist, forearm, and even the elbow pressing down into the mat? From there, see if you can start to feel the back of the right shoulder blade pushing down towards the mat, and even the back of the right shoulder. If you feel any tension in this position, I want you to just lift up the head a little bit and turn it towards the left side, just to give yourself some extra space into the neck. The hand, left hand on the belly to focus on your breathing. Feel the inhales as the belly rises, and feel the exhales as the belly softens. Make sure you are soft in the muscles of the face, especially in between the eyebrows, and your jaw is relaxed. Deepen your inhales and slow down your exhales. And you are into your last 3 breaths, guys. For some of us, this was a wonderful pose. And for some of us, this was the worst pose that was ever created. And I get it. And that can change from day to day. Take in a nice big inhale. And exhale. If those legs were extended, I want you to slowly bend them. Shuffle the feet out to the side edges. Allow the knees to collapse in. You're going to open the knees up a little bit. You need to roll over again onto the left side. Release that poor little arm. Oh, and then come on to the back. Feel free to give yourself a hug. Ooh, that is spicy. So guess what? We get to do the same thing on the other side. So first is your twist. Okay, bringing your knees in towards your chest. Take a nice big inhale, arms are out to the side. As you exhale, drop your knees towards your right side. Again, keeping those knees stacked. Again, the focus is on your left shoulder. Gaze can again be to the right. Gaze can be up. If you want to make this more corrective, this would actually have, instead of my left palm up, I'd actually have it turned down to simulate when I'm walking. Close the eyes. Find your breathing. You might notice that on one side, maybe the hand, the arm, the shoulder came down, and then on the other, it didn't. Something to take note of. The side that the shoulder didn't come down on, you might want to practice twisting that side a little bit more often. How are the muscles in the face? Have you softened in your eyebrows? Have you relaxed your jaw? Are your shoulders down away from your ears? Are you breathing deep and full? Where in this pose could you soften? Where could you relax? If you need to bend that arm, just rest that hand onto the side of the waist. Please feel free to do so. You are into your final minute. So keep challenging those inhales. Keep softening and relaxing on those exhales. Two more breaths as deep and full as you can. And then take that final one. Remember, we're going to go right into that bottom cow face. So we're going to continue to roll onto our right side. We're going to lift that left arm up, turn the palm away, and then bring it anywhere along that back that feels comfortable. Slowly come onto your back and decide what you want to do with your legs. Okay? Do you want to keep them bent? Do you want to extend them? Make sure that the ribs are pulling in a little bit so you're not overarching the back. Place your right hand onto your belly and close your eyes. Start to feel what's going on in that left shoulder. Can you feel the fingertips of the left hand pressing down into the floor and the mat? Can you feel the left palm pressing down? Can you feel the left wrist, forearm, and elbow? Can you now start to think about that left shoulder blade and the back of the left shoulder moving down towards the floor and away from the left ear? And if you're feeling any tension or pinching in the left side of the neck, just lift up the head and turn it slightly away towards the right side. And then from there, start to focus on your breathing. Notice on the inhale, the belly in the right hand rises. And as you exhale, the belly and the right hand soften and sink down. Notice any tension in the face, especially in between the eyebrows and the jaw. You are in your final minute. Deepen your inhales and slow down your exhale. But 2 more breaths left, guys. If your legs were extended, I want you to slowly start to bend them. Shuffle the feet out to the side edges of your mat. Let the knees collapse in. Open the knees up a little bit. You're dropping towards that right side to remove that left arm. And then give yourself a nice big hug. Change that top arm in the hug. I'm going to slowly come up and move into melting heart. So let's just roll over to the side and find hands and knees. Now, I told you at the beginning there was a position that we might not do both arms, and this is the position. So in melting heart, or we also call it puppy pose, you're going to have your feet flexed or pointed, and you're going to have the knees right over the hips. Now, with this position, you can have both arms extended if you would like to. You can have the chin resting, or you can have the forehead, okay? So if you know this pose, feel free to come into both arms extended. I'm going to stay in and cue one arm. So for those of us that are doing one arm, You're going to slowly come down onto your elbows. Make a fist with your right hand and then slowly extend your left arm out. Just breathe. Now think about what the pose is called, melting heart. You're actually allowing the belly to drop down towards the floor. You're going to get a stretch into the lat and into the shoulder. Think of those deep full inhales as well as those slow relaxing exhales. You're doing great in this pose, guys. So if you're in the full variation, we're going for about 4 minutes, maybe a little bit longer because I had to cue for the one arm. At any time, if you find the double arm variation too much, just come and join us in the single arm. 1 minute to go on this side, left. Softening your face, relaxing your jaw. Close the eyes and just breathe. So for those of us with the left arm extended, we've got 2 more breaths. Last one. Those of us in the double arm, you're going to stay there. For those of us with the single arm, we're going to slowly lift up a bit, bend that arm, and then switch. So you can make a fist or palm down. You're going to extend that right arm and then rest the forehead on the hand. Again, you've got the hips right on top of the knees, and you're thinking of your chest melting down towards the floor. Don't be surprised if you find one side more difficult than the other. It's completely normal. Just come to your breath. Focus on your breathing. Again, every time you inhale, where could you create some space? On the exhale, where could you soften and relax and let go? Deep full inhales. Slow down your exhale. We're well into that last minute, guys, so stay with it. We've got about 3 breaths left from here. Last one. So whether you have one arm extended or both, just slowly bring yourself back out of that. I think another few cat-cows might feel really nice right now. So let's just slowly inhale, belly drops. Exhale, curve the spine. Good, just a few more. Then we're going to come down onto the belly, okay? So this is not going to be long. I know this one can be quite difficult for some people. Now, I haven't used the blocks yet, but I guarantee you I'm going to use the block for this one. So we're going to come into another shoulder opener. We're going to open up the back of the shoulder. I really like to have my head on a block for this position, okay? So when you come into this, you're going to think about bringing your left arm over to the right side and your right arm over to the left side, okay? Just kind of wiggle yourself free in this position. You can have the palms up or the palms down. It's completely up to you. And I'm in this going, oh, kind of wish my block was a little bit higher. So if you're in it, stay in it. I'm going to actually lift up my block a little bit more, okay? So in this position, resting the forehead, just breathe. Think of those deep full inhales. Think of those slow exhales. Now we're not in this long. I know this one's intense. Got about 1.5 minutes per arm. You'll notice that it is the bottom arm that's getting stretched the most. So that would be your left arm right now if you had it underneath. Stay calm, stay relaxed. We've got about 3 more breaths, no rush. Good, lift up the head a little bit. Oh, slowly wiggle those poor little arms back. Woo. And then switch. So whatever arm was on the bottom, that's the one that's now on the top. Bring yourself again in that crossed arm position and allow yourself to rest your head down. It really will help you relax into this pose. So this is definitely one of those poses that I told you it doesn't feel necessarily good and it is hard to relax. So think of your breath. Deep full inhales, slow down your exhales. Soften your face, soften and relax your jaw. Again, notice it is the bottom arm that is being stretched right now. I'm pulling the breath down into my belly. I'm relaxing my neck. About 3 more breaths, guys. Oh, just one more. Just one more. Deep breath in. Good, let the head lift up. Slowly, don't go too fast. Ugh. Slowly let yourself wiggle out. Woo. Ah. And again, let's take a moment on the belly, guys, with the hands stacked. Soften your face, relax your jaw. I'm telling you, after that, it's all gonna feel super easy. Take a deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Again, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last one, guys. Good. Head lifts, hands under the shoulders. We'll slowly press ourselves up. So, probably for me, the pose I've been waiting for. Not Shavasana, that's coming. Fish pose, okay? So for this pose, I'm gonna use both blocks. I'm going to have one block at its highest level. The other block actually goes on its side. And the reason why we do this is to allow it to go in between the shoulder blades, okay? When you set it up, it almost looks like a bit of a T position. Don't allow the bottom part of the block to go too low. It's usually, just below in between the shoulder blades, or almost pretty close to in between the shoulder blades, okay? So when you bring yourself down, take a feel for where that's going to be, and then just allow the head to soften. Now, sometimes I'll have people ask, it's like, is it too low? It feels like it's a little bit too low. And I'll tell you, if it feels like it's too low, guess what? It's too low, okay? There's usually only, if you're using the 2 blocks, only about an inch or 2, about 3 or 4 fingers between the 2 blocks. But really it comes down to how it feels for you. Now in this position, you could have the legs extended. You could also just stay where I am with the feet out to the side and the knees collapsed in. And then the arms are going to come out to the side, almost in a jet airplane. Okay, so about 45 degrees. Close the eyes, guys, because it's definitely worth it. And then just find your breath. Think of those deep, full inhales. Think of those slow, relaxing exhales. I want you to feel your neck. Feel the length in your neck. Do you find that your chin is being tucked in, or do you find that you've got some space in the neck? Because this can be important where you find the position to the block, okay? If you find that the neck's really jammed in and the shoulders are lifting up, you might want to lower the block, okay? And allow the throat to be a little more open, okay? If this doesn't feel good, then by all means, go back up. As you continue to hold this pose, you might notice that you can take the block down lower and lower. And some people even have no block to the back of their head. But it really comes down to, what do you feel comfortable in? What can you breathe into? What can you relax into? Feel the muscles in the face. Check in between the eyebrows as well as the jaw. See if you can feel a softness created right at the base of the throat and outwards along your collarbones into your shoulders. Allow that sense of softness to travel down into the upper arms, through the elbows, into the forearms, into the wrists, into the hands and fingers. Focus on the block that is supporting you in between the shoulder blades and on your thoracic spine. With each exhale, allow yourself to sink deeper and deeper into the block. On the inhales, think about the front line of the body and the chest lifting up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, think of the back of the ribs sinking and melting into the support that you have chosen. If you find the block to just to be a little bit too much. Maybe instead of a block, you could get a towel and roll it up and replace that rolled towel with the block instead. We are in this pose for 5 minutes. Just because the teacher said 5 minutes doesn't mean you'll be able to handle 5 minutes. So if at any time you need to get out, please do so. You are in your final minute. More breaths. And last one. If your legs were extended, just slowly start to bend them. Shuffle the feet out to the side edges. Let the knees collapse in towards one another. Just slowly take your hands behind your head. Help lift up your head so the chin is slightly tucked in. And then I want you to just roll off whichever side feels comfortable to you. Just roll off to the side and pull your knees into your chest. Just give yourself a few breaths here. Deep full inhale. Slow down the exhale. You're breathing into your back. Again, big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Good, last one. Big breath in. As you exhale, just slowly press yourself up. And it's just to move the blocks out of the way. Okay? I'm actually going to put them overhead for a second. Yeah, I'm going to put them right there. So I'm going to come onto the back, and we're going to do the single bent knee spinal twist. So in this position, I want you to just pull in your right knee. Shuffle your left foot over just a little bit towards the right. So my apologies, pull your right knee in. Shuffle the left foot over to the right a little bit. Lift your bum up, scoot your bum a little more over towards that right side. And you're going to come into the twist towards the left side. Now we're in this single bent knee. If you want to, you could grab a block and place it under that knee if that would feel good. And we're going to take a couple of arm positions here. So we're just going to check out how that shoulder mobility is doing. The first one, we're going to take that right arm out to the side in a T position. We're going to take 5 breaths. So take a big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Again, deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. And last one. Now instead of that T position, I'm going to slowly sweep the arm overhead. If you find that this is a little bit difficult, feel free to have the elbow bent. Another option is to turn the palm inwards. So I have the thumb down towards the floor and the pinky turned up. Again, let's take 5 breaths. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 2 more. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. And last one, big breath in. As you exhale, let that arm come back into that T position. From there, you're going to bend the arm 90 degrees, turn the palm facing towards where your feet are. You're going to slowly bend the arm a little bit more than 90, move the hand towards the mat, and then see if you can start to tuck it in right around the arch of the back. If you're able to get the hand down, go for it. If you're able to get the wrist down and the elbow, go for it. And if you're able to pull that shoulder blade down towards the floor, go for that too. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. You might feel some shaking. It's all good. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. 3 more. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Last 2, guys. Breathe in. Let it go. And last one. Good. Just slowly place that hand onto your waist. Lift up that right leg. Set it down and readjust. Okay? I'm going to move the block onto the other side just so it's ready. I'm going to pull my left knee in towards my chest. I'm going to shuffle my right foot a little bit over to the left. I'm going to lift my bum up, swing it just a little bit towards that left side, and then I'm going to come into that single bent knee twist. Again, I'm going to grab the block and use it if I want to. Let's take that left arm out in that T position and just breathe. Deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Big inhales. Slow down the exhale. 2 more, please. And last one. Again, instead of that T position, we're going to slowly bring that arm towards overhead. Palm can be facing up or palm can be facing towards the right. You can bend that elbow if you need to. Just breathe in. And exhale, release. Notice the difference in the sides. Keep breathing. Close the eyes if you would like to. 3 more. Last 2. And last one. Big breath in. As you exhale, slowly move that arm back out in that T position and then bend the arm. Turn the palm towards the feet. Let the hand come in just a little bit more and then move the hand forward towards the floor. See if you can sneak that hand into the small of the back. Think of the palm, the wrist, the elbow, best you can down towards the floor. Then see if you can roll the back of the shoulder blade down to the floor. It's not going to get there, but you're trying your best. Breathing in and out. Notice the shake. You got some muscles working here. Last 3 breaths, guys. You're doing great. Two more. And last one. You're going to just slowly take that hand onto the waist, lift up the left leg, set it down, readjust the hips. Oh, let's take a moment to pull the knees into the chest, maybe a little rock from side to side, or little circles with the knees in one direction and the other. And coming into Shavasana, guys. So if you feel a little tender in the back from that twist, feel free to just join me with the knees bent, feet out to the sides. If you want to extend the legs, go for it, okay? Arms out to the side, maybe even hands on the belly. Get the shoulders down away from the ears. Now let's take left hand onto the belly, right hand onto the heart. And just focus on your breathing. And just notice, whenever you take a breath in, you're going to notice that you feel the belly rise and the left hand lifts. And every time you exhale, you're going to feel the belly sink down towards the mat and the hand goes with it. And then notice on an inhale, you also feel the chest, the heart on that right side lifting up a little bit and out. And then as you exhale, you're feeling softness in the upper chest. It doesn't matter what hand's on the belly, what hand's on the upper chest. Just feel your breath. Feel the inhales, feel the exhales. Notice the face is soft, jaws relaxed. The mind is very calm and quiet. And just slowly, guys, let the eyes open. If the legs were extended, just slowly bend them. Let the knees open up a little bit. Just feel free to drop a little bit from side to side. And then whatever side feels comfortable, please roll to it. I'm going to roll to the right side, and then I'm going to slowly allow myself to come up. So have a wonderful day or wonderful evening, depending on when you put this on. Thank you so much for practicing this upper body yin with me. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and namaste.